How long do you really have left?
It's a question that lingers in the back of many minds, especially after 65, when every birthday feels like a milestone. But what if the answer isn't hidden in a doctor's office or a stack of medical reports? What if your body has already been whispering clues all along? Science is beginning to show us that some of the strongest indicators of longevity aren't locked away in expensive tests or complicated scans. They appear in the everyday rhythms of life, in the way you walk, the quality of your sleep, and the ease with which you move through ordinary routines. These subtle signals, often overlooked, may reveal far more about your future than numbers on a chart ever could. In this video, we'll explore 8 powerful, yet often unnoticed signs within your own body that can help you understand how many strong, meaningful years may still be ahead of you. These aren't myths or vague guesses. They're grounded in decades of observation by researchers and doctors studying people who live the longest and age the healthiest. So, if you've ever wondered whether your lifestyle is quietly helping you age well, or if you've questioned whether your body is sending you early warnings, now is the time to pay attention. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what to look for, but also what steps you can take to increase your chances of living not just longer, but better. Stay with me until the very end, because some of these signs may surprise you, and recognizing them today could change the way you live every tomorrow. Sign number 1. Your walking speed remains strong and steady. One of the most reliable indicators of longevity after 65 isn't found in a blood test or medical scan. It's found in the simple, everyday rhythm of your steps. It's found in something so simple yet so telling: your steps. The pace at which you walk, the rhythm in your stride, and the energy that carries you forward say more about your health than you might imagine. Walking speed isn't just about getting from one place to another. It reflects the combined strength of your heart, the resilience of your muscles, the stability of your bones, and even the sharpness of your brain. When your body can move with steadiness and purpose, it reveals that your systems are still working in harmony. Doctors often describe gait as a window into the aging body, and for good reason. A confident, steady walking speed shows resilience and vitality, while a slower or hesitant pace can signal that the body is beginning to carry the hidden weight of age. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to glide smoothly, while others struggle with pauses and shortness of breath? That difference is often more than just style. It's health speaking through movement. Take Walter, 74, who makes it a ritual to walk his dog around the block every morning. He's not rushing or power walking, but his stride is full of life. He moves with ease, doesn't stop at every driveway, and never looks winded after a few steps. His gait is relaxed yet purposeful, and when he enters a room, there's a quiet confidence about him. A neighbor once remarked, "You don't walk like a man your age." Walter smiled and shrugged it off, never realizing how much truth was in that statement. What he didn't know is that his walking pace is more than just a habit. It's a powerful predictor of his health and even his future. Research consistently shows that older adults who maintain a strong and consistent walking speed tend to live longer, healthier lives. It's not only about muscle tone or lung capacity. That steady pace reflects the coordination of the nervous system, the strength of the heart, and the efficiency of the brain working together. In many ways, the way you walk tells a deeper story of how well your body is aging. And the truth is, walking speed isn't something you can fake. You can't disguise hesitation in your steps or weakness in your stride. It shows itself in the small, everyday moments: how quickly you rise from a chair, how naturally you cross the street, or how confidently you step over a curb. A slowed pace is often more than just getting older. It can point to poor circulation, muscle weakness, or even the early stages of neurological decline. But here's the good news: walking speed is also one of the most flexible and improvable indicators of health. Unlike certain genetic factors you can't control, this is something you can actively work on. By strengthening your legs, practicing balance, and building endurance, you can not only add years to your life, but also add more life to your years. Isn't that what really matters? Not just living longer, but living better? So, if you still walk with steady energy and purpose, Don't take it for granted. That's your body speaking to you, sending a message. We're still going strong. And if you've started to notice your steps slowing down, don't dismiss it as just aging. See it as an opportunity to make small, intentional changes. Use the stairs instead of the elevator. Add gentle leg exercises to your routine. Even short daily walks can make a meaningful difference. The way you walk today could be one of the simplest, yet most powerful predictors of how well you'll continue walking into the future. Sign 2. Your ability to balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds. At first glance, it may sound almost trivial, something you wouldn't give a second thought to. But this simple test reveals far more than coordination. Balance is a window into the health of your muscles, your brain, and your nervous system all working together in harmony. It's more than just standing on one leg. Balance reflects the combined strength of your muscles, the coordination of your nervous system, the sharpness of your brain, and even the fine workings of your inner ear. When all these systems are in sync, when your body is centered and your mind is focused, you can hold your stance with stability and ease. But when one of those systems begins to falter, when muscles weaken, reflexes slow, or the brain loses some of its sharpness, it becomes visible almost immediately in your balance. And that loss of steadiness isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's often a warning signal. Take Arthur, 77, as an example. During a routine checkup, his doctor asked him to perform the simple one-leg balance test: stand barefoot, arms at his side, and hold his position for 10 seconds. At first, Arthur wobbled a little, but he managed to stay upright without reaching for support. His doctor smiled and explained, "That right there is one of the strongest predictors of longevity we have." Arthur chuckled at the time, but later that evening he thought about it more deeply. Over the years, he'd watched friends his age experience sudden falls. Some ended up with broken hips, while others never fully recovered their independence. It struck him how something as basic as balance could be tied so directly to survival. Because balance isn't really about standing still, it's about how your body protects itself, how it reacts to sudden changes, and how quickly it recovers from a stumble. When balance starts to fail, the risk of falls rises dramatically. And after a certain age, falls can change everything in an instant. But even more than that, poor balance often points to silent changes happening beneath the surface, shifts in strength, coordination, or brain function that deserve attention before they grow worse. It can signal that your legs are losing strength faster than you expected. It might also reflect early changes in how your brain processes information, or slower reaction times that quietly affect daily safety. For many older adults, this loss of balance is often the first physical shift that feels truly unsettling, almost like the body is whispering a warning. But here's the good news. Balance is not fixed. It can be trained, rebuilt, and strengthened, just like muscles or endurance. With practice, the body learns to adapt again. Simple, steady exercises, such as standing on one foot while keeping a counter nearby for support, practicing heel-to-toe walking across the room, or engaging in gentle yoga poses can slowly but surely bring stability back. Even dedicating just 30 seconds a day can create noticeable changes that last. If you're able to balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds without holding on, that's more than just a neat trick. It's a powerful sign that your body and brain are still working in harmony, keeping you steady and alert. And if you can't do it yet, don't take it as a failure. It's an invitation to begin. Every effort you make to rebuild balance adds to your future independence, extending not only the years of your life, but the quality of those years. Longevity isn't only about how far you can walk or how long you keep moving forward. It's about whether you can stay upright, steady, and safe while you do it. That's why cultivating balance today is one of the most valuable gifts you can give to your future self. Grip strength may seem like a minor detail, but in reality, it's one of the clearest indicators of how your body is aging and how well it's holding up over time. A firm, steady grip suggests that your muscles are still strong, your nervous system is firing efficiently, and your cardiovascular system is likely functioning in good condition. On the other hand, when grip strength begins to weaken, It can be a red flag pointing to broader decline, loss of muscle mass, reduced bone density, or even early risks tied to heart disease and cognitive decline. What's truly remarkable is how something as simple as the way you hold on to an object has been proven again and again in studies to predict longevity. Take Henry, age 70, as an example. One afternoon, he tried to open a jar of pickles, and for the first time, it felt harder than usual. It wasn't painful, just noticeably weaker. A few weeks later, while lifting his granddaughter, he realized he couldn't hold her for as long as before. Concerned, he went to his doctor, who tested his grip with a handheld device. The results showed his grip strength had dropped significantly in just 2 years. That moment became a wake-up call. Henry didn't feel ill. He wasn't losing weight, limping, or coughing. Yet his muscles were slowly fading, and his body was quietly signaling that it needed care before bigger issues developed. That's the subtle but powerful message of grip strength. It doesn't announce itself loudly, it whispers. You notice it when carrying groceries feels a bit more tiring than before. You sense it when twisting open a bottle cap takes more effort. You feel it when a handshake isn't as firm or steady as it once was. These aren't just casual inconveniences or inevitable signs of aging. They are deeper signals of change inside your body, urging you to pay attention before those small whispers turn into louder problems. But just like walking speed and balance, grip strength is not fixed. It's something you can improve with consistent effort. Simple movements like squeezing a tennis ball, using light hand weights, or even doing gentle wall push-ups activate and rebuild the same muscles and systems that allow you to hold on firmly. And this matters far beyond your hands. Because grip strength isn't just about fingers or wrists, it's a reflection of how much overall strength and resilience your body is preserving. Think of your hands as the messengers. When they begin to weaken, they're not just telling you about a local problem. They're signaling that your body as a whole may be losing some of its ability to bounce back, to resist illness, and to stay truly independent. But here's the encouraging part. That doesn't have to be the end of the story. Every time you practice strengthening your fingers, wrists, and forearms, you're quietly making an investment in your future health and longevity. So if your grip still feels strong, if you can open jars with ease, carry groceries without strain, or shake hands with confidence, take a moment to recognize what that really means. It's more than convenience. It's living proof that your muscles, your nerves, and your cardiovascular system are still working together in harmony. And if you've noticed even a small decline, don't brush it off. Sometimes the smallest physical signals reveal the biggest truths about your health, because in the end, how well you hold on to something may also be a powerful sign of how long you'll keep holding on to life itself. Sign 4. You wake up feeling rested most days. One of the strongest indicators that your body is aging well, and may continue to for many more years, is how you feel when you first open your eyes in the morning. Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes and making it through the night. It is the essential time when your body repairs tissues, strengthens your immune system, balances hormones, and clears away toxins from your brain. If you find yourself waking up most mornings feeling truly refreshed, not groggy, heavy, or drained, that's a powerful sign that your body's systems are still working together in harmony. And that matters more than many people realize, because poor or fragmented sleep has been directly linked to a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, memory decline, and even weakened immunity. Think of someone like Frank, 68, who for years believed he could get by on only 5 hours of sleep. It was a habit he had carried throughout his working life. But after retiring, he decided to make a few small changes. He began going to bed a little earlier, cut back on late-night caffeine, and made it a point to step outside in the morning sunlight. At first, the difference was subtle, but within a few months, he no longer needed an alarm clock to wake up. His energy was steadier, his mood brighter, and his blood pressure even dropped a bit. The stiffness he used to feel in his joints each morning started to fade. His sleep, slowly but surely, had transformed his health. The truth is, sleep is like a window into your overall well-being. If you wake up several times each night, struggle to fall asleep, or still feel exhausted. Even after 7 or 8 hours in bed, your body may be trying to send you an important message. Could it be stress? Could it be an undiagnosed condition like sleep apnea? Or perhaps it's a side effect of medication? Sometimes it's even a deeper health issue quietly making itself known. And while it may feel natural to shrug off sleep problems as just another part of getting older, that assumption can be costly. Poor sleep isn't just an inconvenience. It slowly chips away at your ability to think clearly, move with ease, and keep your immune system strong enough to protect you from illness. The longer disrupted sleep goes unaddressed, the greater the toll it takes on both body and mind. But here's the encouraging truth. Just like walking speed, balance, and grip strength, the quality of your sleep can improve, even well into your 70s or 80s. Simple shifts can make a big difference. Creating a consistent bedtime routine helps train your body to expect rest. Reducing screen time in the evening, limiting alcohol or heavy meals before bed, and making sure you get morning sunlight all work together to reset your body's natural rhythm. And when your rhythm improves, so does the quality of your rest. Better rest doesn't just mean more comfort. It means a stronger heart, a sharper brain, steadier energy, and a more positive outlook each day. So if you're someone who wakes up feeling truly refreshed most mornings, don't take that lightly. That is a rare and meaningful gift, suggesting that your body is still working efficiently behind the scenes to repair and restore itself each night. And if you're not there yet, it doesn't mean your health is failing. It simply means there's an opportunity for change. Because improving sleep is never just about comfort. It is about longevity, independence, and quality of life. Sometimes, the way you sleep tonight may quietly shape how strong, resilient, and capable you feel 10 years from now. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Sign 5. You still enjoy regular meals with a steady appetite. After 65, your appetite becomes more than just a measure of hunger. It's a reflection of your overall health when you find yourself regularly feeling hungry at mealtimes, enjoying the taste of your food, and maintaining a steady body weight. It shows that your internal systems are working in harmony. Your digestion, hormones, and even your emotional balance are still functioning smoothly. On the other hand, when appetite fades, especially if it's paired with unintentional weight loss or a growing indifference toward meals, it can quietly signal that something deeper is happening in the body. Appetite isn't simply about filling your stomach. It's a window into vitality, a sign of whether your body is asking for fuel because it knows how to use it well. Take Charles, age 73. Every morning, he still looks forward to his simple breakfast ritual. He brews his coffee, slices up fresh fruit, and prepares a warm bowl of oatmeal with just a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's nothing elaborate, yet it's consistent, satisfying, and comforting. His doctor once told him, "As long as you're enjoying your meals and maintaining your strength, that's your body's way of saying it's doing its job." Charles never thought much of it before, but over time, he came to see his steady appetite as a reassuring signal that his systems were still in balance. Loss of appetite, on the other hand, is surprisingly common in older adults, but it should never be dismissed as just a normal part of aging. Sometimes it reflects side effects from medication. Other times, it could be linked to low mood, changes in digestion, or even the early signs of illness. And the danger is that when we stop wanting to eat, the body quickly begins breaking down muscle, leaving us weaker, more vulnerable, and less resilient than before. Our immune system weakens with age, our energy dips, and over time, we risk losing not only strength, but also independence. That's why paying attention to both how much you eat and how much you want to eat matters far more than most people realize. Appetite isn't just about calories or filling your stomach. It's about vitality, resilience, and your body's connection to life itself. And the encouraging truth is that, like many other health signals, appetite can be nurtured and strengthened. Staying physically active, even with something as simple as a daily walk, can naturally restore hunger cues and remind the body that it needs fuel. Sharing meals with friends or family can bring joy back to the table, turning eating into an experience rather than just a task. Adding herbs, spices, or new textures can awaken the senses and make food exciting again. Even small adjustments, like treating dry mouth or making sure dentures fit properly, can make a huge difference in how enjoyable and easy meals feel. The most important step is to not ignore a fading appetite. When you still look forward to meals, savor flavors, and eat with ease rather than effort, that's not a detail to brush aside. It's your body's quiet way of saying, I still have strength, I still have fuel to burn. But if your appetite has started to wane, it's a signal worth listening to. Regaining it can improve your daily energy, your sense of well-being, and may even add healthy years to your life. In the end, the simple desire to nourish yourself is one of the oldest, most powerful signs of well-being. When that spark is still alive, it's more than just hunger. It's proof that so much more is still possible. Sign 6. You handle stress calmly without overreacting. The way you respond to stress at this stage of life can quietly reveal how long your body and mind may keep going strong. Chronic stress, especially when it's left unmanaged, slowly chips away at health from the inside out. It raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and accelerates aging in both the brain and the body. But if you've noticed that you now handle challenges with a steadier hand, a calmer tone, and fewer emotional spikes, you're not only gaining wisdom, you may also be protecting your longevity in ways you don't even realize. How you react in those tense moments quietly influences how long and how well you live. Consider Gerald, 76, who spent much of his life reacting quickly and sharply to every setback: financial worries, disagreements, even traffic jams. Stress seemed to follow him everywhere, but in recent years, something shifted. When a pipe burst in his kitchen, instead of shouting in frustration, he paused, took a deep breath, made a phone call, and calmly managed the cleanup. "It's not worth the heartburn," he joked. What might seem like a small change was in fact a powerful transformation. Choosing measured responses instead of explosive reactions wasn't just a new personality trait. It was resilience in action. And resilience is one of the strongest predictors of a longer, healthier life. When your nervous system stays balanced, when your mind doesn't remain trapped in constant worry, your body works more efficiently. Your heart beats in a steadier rhythm, your digestion runs more smoothly, your sleep becomes deeper, and your decision-making grows clearer. The benefits touch nearly every system of the body. This doesn't mean stress disappears. Stress is part of being human. The difference lies in what happens afterward. A resilient body and mind know how to return to balance. That return to baseline, where tension fades, inflammation lowers, and calm returns, is what keeps your internal systems protected. The more often you allow yourself to recover fully after stressful moments, the stronger your odds of avoiding stress-related illnesses that can shorten life. The goal isn't to eliminate stress completely, because that's impossible. The real goal is to build your resilience and strengthen how you respond to it. Simple practices like gentle breathing exercises, quiet time outdoors, prayer or meditation, or even sharing regular conversations with someone who truly listens can all bring your body back to a state of calm. Each time you reset in this way, it's like pressing a refresh button on the aging process itself, allowing your systems to recover and recharge. So, if you've noticed that you no longer panic at the first sign of trouble, if you pause and think before reacting, or if you can move through frustration with a bit more grace than before, that's no small victory. It means your inner world is steady, your emotions are under control, and your nervous system is balanced. That kind of steadiness doesn't just help you survive stress, it helps you thrive in spite of it. And in many ways, it's one of the strongest signs that you may live not only longer, but with greater peace and strength. Longevity isn't about avoiding every storm, it's about learning how to stand tall through them without breaking. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Your support allows us to keep creating meaningful content designed to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Sign 7. You stay mentally sharp and continue to remember daily details with ease. Your mind, much like your body, offers subtle hints about how well it's aging. And one of the clearest signs that you may live longer than average is your ongoing ability to think clearly, recall names, follow conversations, and stay focused without strain. These mental abilities, the ones so many people take for granted until they begin to slip, are closely tied to the resilience of your brain. When they remain steady, especially well into your late 60s and beyond, it's often a reassuring sign that your overall health is still strong beneath the surface. Consider Linda, age 72, who continues to manage the family finances, lead her neighborhood book club, and never forgets a single birthday for her grandchildren, all without needing reminders or notes. Her friends often tease her by saying her memory is sharper than theirs, but Linda knows it isn't just luck. She reads every day, works through crossword puzzles with her morning coffee, and makes a conscious effort to learn at least one new thing every week. Her routine isn't about keeping busy for the sake of it. It's about keeping her mind engaged, challenged, and alive. What she may not fully realize is that these small, deliberate habits are doing more than just helping her stay alert. They are quietly adding years to her life. Cognitive clarity is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity because the brain is the command center for everything. It doesn't just shape your thoughts, it coordinates movement, regulates emotions, manages sleep patterns, and directs how your organs function. When the brain begins to slow down, it's not only memory that suffers. Nearly every part of the body feels the impact. That's why recognizing early signs of decline matters so much. Struggling to recall recent events, having trouble finding the right words, or experiencing long stretches of mental fog are not just everyday annoyances. They are signals, your brain's way of asking for attention. Addressing these changes early gives your mind a greater chance to recover and stay resilient. And here's the encouraging truth. The brain, just like the muscles in your body, can be trained and strengthened at any age. Staying socially engaged, reading thought-provoking material, picking up new skills, walking outdoors, and eating nourishing foods all help strengthen the brain's network of connections. And when your brain is well fed with these experiences, your life tends to remain fuller, sharper, and more satisfying for much longer. If you wake up most days feeling mentally clear, remembering details with ease, keeping up with conversations, and feeling truly present in the moment, that is far more than a small blessing. It's a powerful sign of deep inner strength and resilience. But if you've begun to notice little changes, perhaps names slip your mind more often, or concentration doesn't feel as effortless as it once did, don't panic, but also don't brush it aside. Paying attention now and making small adjustments can be one of the smartest investments you'll ever make for your future. The sharper your mind stays, the more likely you are to keep savoring the people, places, and experiences that bring joy into your life for many years to come. Another essential marker of longevity is often overlooked, yet it may be one of the strongest of all: maintaining strong social connections. After 65, how well you stay connected to other people can quietly shape how long you live. And it's not simply about being physically surrounded by others. It's about feeling genuinely seen, heard, and valued in relationships that matter. Human beings were never meant to age in isolation. When connection fades, when the conversations, laughter, touches, and moments of shared living stop, life begins to unravel far more quickly than most realize. On the other hand, when we keep nurturing even modest but meaningful bonds, the benefits ripple through our entire well-being. Take Evelyn, for example, at 79. Every Sunday, she calls her sister without fail. Once a week, she attends a knitting group where the conversations flow as easily as the yarn through her fingers. And each morning, she exchanges a friendly word with neighbors as she walks her dog. Evelyn doesn't have a huge social circle, yet she is far from alone. And that simple truth makes all the difference. Her doctor once told her, "You're doing one of the best things you can for your heart, staying connected." At the time, she didn't fully grasp what that meant. But as the years went by, she noticed how different she felt after spending time with others. A good laugh with a friend seemed to ease her worries. A simple lunch with her cousin left her feeling more energized than any vitamin could. It was then she realized that connection works almost like medicine, quietly healing and strengthening the body from the inside out. Strong social bonds have been shown to reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, boost immune function, and keep the brain active and stimulated. They also act as a buffer, protecting against depression, memory decline, and even the risk of dying prematurely. In fact, researchers have found that lacking meaningful relationships can harm your health just as much as smoking or obesity. The difference is that connection doesn't show up in a lab result or on a scale. Instead, it reveals itself in how you feel, lighter in spirit, calmer in mind, and more resilient in the face of aging. If you've started to notice yourself pulling back, avoiding calls, skipping gatherings, or convincing yourself it's easier to stay home, it's worth pausing to reflect. Solitude in moderation isn't harmful, but prolonged disconnection slowly chips away at your vitality and can quietly shorten your lifespan without you realizing it. The antidote, however, doesn't need to be complicated. It can be as simple as picking up the phone to call an old friend, sending a handwritten note, joining a community class, or even striking up a small conversation with someone at the grocery store. These little acts of connection ripple out in ways that strengthen both body and soul. Because when you offer the world your presence, the world often gives something back in return. Staying part of something, no matter how small, is a reminder to your body and mind that you are still needed, still valued, and still connected to the flow of life. If you're fortunate enough to have strong relationships, friends who call to check on you, family who visits, or neighbors who stop by for a chat, don't underestimate their impact. These connections may be one of the clearest and most powerful signs that you're not only adding years to your life, but also filling those years with quality and meaning. Final thoughts. Now that you've discovered these 8 signs, take a moment of quiet reflection. How many of them can you already see in your own life? Do you still move with steady, confident steps? Can you balance with ease, wake up refreshed most mornings, and enjoy meals with a steady appetite? Do you notice yourself remembering clearly, managing stress with calm, laughing often, and staying engaged with others? These details may seem ordinary, but they are anything but trivial. They are signals, gentle, constant, and deeply meaningful, that show what your body and mind are still capable of. Even more importantly, they point to what still lies ahead. And here's the good news. None of these signs are permanent verdicts. They are not tests that you either pass or fail. Instead, they are invitations, open doors to keep improving and caring for yourself. If your balance feels unsteady, you can strengthen it. If your appetite has faded, there are ways to bring it back to life. If stress weighs heavier than it once did, you can learn to soften its impact. Longevity has never been about perfection. It's about paying attention, responding with care, and making small, intentional choices that lead to big rewards over time. Because aging well isn't about denying change, it's about embracing life with resilience, wisdom, and hope. It's about staying in ongoing conversation with your body, noticing the signals it sends, and responding with wisdom instead of ignoring them. And the truth is, it is never too late to shift the direction of your health story. Whether you are 66, 76, or even 86, the choices you make today still matter deeply. Every decision continues to shape tomorrow. The way you walk, the words you speak, the quality of your sleep, and even the laughter you share with others, all of these ripple outward, not just adding more years, but adding more life to those years. So take a moment to ask yourself, which of these signs surprised you the most? Which ones do you recognize in your own daily life? And perhaps most importantly, which one are you ready to start working on today? Reflection is powerful, but action is what transforms reflection into results. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We would truly love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one key insight you gained today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your voice matters, and your thoughts not only inspire us, but also encourage others who are on the same journey. If you found this video valuable and helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support allows us to keep creating meaningful content that informs, encourages, and inspires. Wishing you good health, happiness, and peace always. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so we can continue this journey together.